Well, just saw Black Phone 2, the sequel to Black Phone that came out, I think like 2 to 3 years ago, maybe at this point. Anywho, it basically follows from like 4 years after the first movie, where our main character Finn, he kills Ethan Hawke's character, also known as the Grabber, right? And our characters, they move on with their lives, and there's just certain things still lingering. Finn, for example, has PTSD, and he just can't get over what happened to him. And then the sister, she's having these dreams that are just being a little bit too more realistic. It's telling her to go to a certain place and all that. And then we get to the camp that they show in the trailers, and then that's when we get to see Ethan Hawke's character, the Grabber, him being there as an entity this time. The first movie, it was just him as a person, and it was the entities that was helping the boy. But this movie takes what the supernatural element was from the first movie and gives our main character the strength to overcome the antagonist. And this time around, our protagonist has. Wait a minute, did I say that right? My fault. Let me reword that. Our protagonist in the first movie, the supernatural element was helping the protagonist get out of these situations. So it wasn't an element to for us to fear. It scared us, but it was used in a unique way. Whereas in the sequel, our antagonist is the one who has a supernatural element on his side. Funny enough, this dude right here, this dude is the one who's in the Black Phone movie. But and that's where we go from this movie. It's Ethan Hawke basically being the modern day version of Freddy Krueger. So of course no spoilers, so I'm just gonna say this. I like the atmosphere this movie has. There's parts when we get flashback scenes of some of the violent acts that he's done at this camp, and I think those were some of the most gruesome moments of this movie. This movie is a lot more gruesome than the first movie, like almost unwatchable gruesome. Some of the shit that we see get done to kids in this movie, I'm just surprised that we got to see it. And that's one thing I want to give props to this movie too, is that when it wants to be unsettling, it definitely is unsettling. It's uncomfortable. Ethan Hawke eats up every single every single part that he's in this movie. Because all in all, I think his character's in this movie for at least 15 minutes altogether. And you feel them. You feel them. My main problem with this movie, though, is that there's some points where I know we're getting closure, but I feel like as if we're kind of dragging along here. And so I don't know, there's a bit of me that I was feeling a bit tired because of how long this was going on. And it's not like anything that was happening was not needed. It was needed to drive home the conclusion to our characters, because this movie does conclude the story from the first movie. I don't know if there's going to be a third movie, but if they leave it off with this movie, I think we'll be just fine. Other than that, it's a good scary time. I think it's, I don't know, it's Halloween season, so why would you not see it? My final rating for this movie is going to be a 7 out of 10. I'm okay with that rating. 7 out of 10. Not as good as the first one, but it's still, it gives you a good enough excuse for why there's a sequel. It's not like just some pointless sequel that didn't need to be made. I enjoy the sequel.